how would you sum up that advice for somebody who is just really turning the corner later in life? So maybe they're late 30s, early 40s, and they haven't prioritized their savings or their retirement. What are some of those first steps they need to take to start to turn things around?
Well, again, start with knowing your Wi-Fi. I would say start there. That's step number one. We've already covered that. And I'll say a corollary to that is strive to be content and not happy. And by that, I mean, to me, happiness is about the constant pursuit of more. So you always need more stuff, more experiences, more things, because happiness, the feeling is transitory. And what I've realized is I'm content because I'm grateful and satisfied with having enough. So I say, make peace with those two ideas, happiness versus contentment. And don't think of contentment as life's consolation prize. Think of contentment as a level that is above happiness. I say, I'm happy to be content. So, so once you've kind of gone through those philosophical thoughts, then I think the next thing is to perform an X-ray or a diagnostic of your financial health. That before you decide what the prognosis is, before you decide how to treat or how you're going to make the changes, what practices to employ, you need to look at your current financial health. And that means, do a statement of your net worth, calculate your FI goal number, which is very easy to do using the 25 times rule, and examine your current spending. I mean, get at least 12 months worth of spending, put them in categories. Are these items, needs? Are they wants? Are they luxury items? So really just look at your current financial situation. That'll help you figure out where you go from there. So the first two steps, I think, are all about just sort of assessing why you want to do it, your thoughts, and kind of objectives you have, and looking at your current financial health, set a baseline. And then the very next thing to do then from there, I think, is really reduce your spending. And that's personal and situational. There's a lot of hows and tactics, as you know. We're not about telling people how to clip coupons or how to travel hack or how to go and shop for the cheapest auto insurance. That's very personal and situational. But I think once you look at you track your spending, you can then identify opportunities where you can cut back your spending. And the key to cutting back, the importance of cutting back spending, is that opens the door for reducing debt and increasing savings. And ultimately, you have to get your debt eliminated, and you have to become a prodigious saver. And the first step of doing that, the actual step, is to reduce your spending. And that means the other things I mentioned: track your spending, analyze your spending, and then look for opportunities based on your circumstances to cut your spending down. And it all fits into that whole idea of joining the later to fire or the FI to 40 community. The people that are starting later, you're in it together. You don't have to go it alone. There are people there to blaze the trail for you. And that's kind of a really good thing, is because they'll help you, they'll hold you accountable. They have a lot of experience and stories to share that hopefully will inspire you.
Claire, any thoughts to add to that?
No, I mean, I just, encourage everybody who is behind in their savings to, start on the path to financial independence.
And it's a hierarchy, if I may just add to Claire, what you're saying. You may not get the financial independence immediately, but there's a step before that I call financial security. And just becoming financially secure is a tremendous achievement, a tremendous milestone. You should celebrate just becoming financially secure. Eventually, you get to a point where you work as a choice. And above that, I like to say, is financial freedom. And sometimes those two are used interchangeably. Mm-hmm. I would say financial freedom is you can fly first class whenever you want, right? So there's a hierarchy. And just getting on the journey and taking those first steps, no amount is too little to start saving. Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about, is taking action.